How's it? This is Mundo. So, on January 23rd, 2024 in Calabasas, California, I was invited to attend the Yamaha Guitar Group's open house, and or YGG. It was a fantastic day. It was one of the most awesome musical days I've had. And in sharing the stoke with my other friends and all the back and forth questions, it made me realize I wanted to make this video for you and share some of this experience. So this is kind of a vlog. If you like it, let me know. I'll make more of these. But musically speaking, Yamaha, right? They make musical instruments. And for us guitar players, bassists, and drums, we know about that. But they also own Line 6, Guild, Ampeg, Cordoba, and more companies as well. So within this facility today, we were actually able to go, this was a few days before NAMM, and see all the new gear, put our hands on it, try it out, get some perspective and background on each company. I was invited with the Yamaha Ambassadors, and they had a full itinerary for us. There were other groups, and I'm sure they had a different itinerary, but for us, I'm going to share that. And the big news of the day was Yamaha unveiling the redesigned Yamaha Pacifica guitar, which I actually used to play in the 90s, in the olden days. But that was pretty exciting. We weren't allowed to share this info until it was properly released on the next day, Wednesday, or at NAMM, where everybody saw it. But that was pretty exciting to get a sneak preview, so I'll share that with you. What you saw in the beginning of the video was the Yamaha Ambassadors doing a jam. Outside of YGG, we went to another building, the YASLA building, which is Yamaha Artist Services, Los Angeles, and that was wicked. I'll share some of that. Also want to say thank you for all the subscriptions. This little channel's just growing every day, every week. I'm seeing a little bit of growth, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And until next time, this is Mundo. Aloha. YGG Open House 2024, Yamaha Guitar Group. This event was really organized well. Upon entering, we had to sign in, get a name tag. Yamaha Guitar Group, you can see Yamaha Line 6 and Ampeg. I learned a lot about Ampeg. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But right off the bat, the Yamaha Ambassadors, we had a meeting in the front lobby. Right here you can see Yamaha Product Marketing Manager Shannon McKee, one of the leaders of our Yamaha Ambassador Group, giving us the rundown of what we're going to be doing during the day and what to expect. And then all around the facility you could see these placards, Yamaha Guitar Group, and this was the general itinerary for all the groups there. As you walk into the main rooms, you walk through these like legacy rooms of, for instance, Line 6. There was the history of all their Spider amps. I called it the Spider-Verse. And then as well as they showed every pod existed. I just thought it was really cool to see these pod blueprints on the wall. Here's a Line 6 Variax, one of their acoustic guitars. They don't make these anymore, but they have legacy guitars all up alongside the walls of the hallways. I thought this was pretty cool because it's signed by Metallica, and Metallica evidently is still using this guitar on stage. And if you look really closely to the left, you can see Yamaha Ambassador Karen right there. Just like Bigfoot is real, so is this amp. Ampeg's monster amp. No, actually this amp really is real. You can plug it in. There's the Ambassadors with it. You could get the perspective of how big it is. It's awesome. By the way, I didn't know much about the history of Ampeg, but I found it fascinating. Part of our itinerary was having a presentation on each company. And yeah, we grew up with the name Ampeg, and a lot of our bass player friends use it, but I didn't know Ampeg is actually for amplified peg, because around 1946, I forgot the guy's name, Everett Hull, he put a transducer mic right inside an upright bass on the extended inside support peg. So the peg that goes to the ground, he put the mic on the inside part of the bass, and that was I think the first time a bass was amplified, but the amplified peg. That is pretty cool. 1946, and they had one on display for us. I also didn't know Ampeg was the first, I forgot the name of that amplifier that they had, but the first amplifier to have reverb. They beat Fender by 2 years. Pretty cool getting that kind of history. This is my favorite part of the whole Yamaha Guitar Group building. It's the amp wall. I'm going to put up a link to show the first time I visited this facility and went into the amp wall, picked an amp and played. You have to hear it. It was so much fun and pretty cool. But yeah, I just broke away from the group and visited my friends. All these beautiful amps. So these are the amps that they use when they model a new amp model for the Helix. And we're going to meet Ben Adrian in a second, but Ben would acquire these amps. Many times they're so expensive, he would get a used one and bring it back to life, or bring it back to its brand new life, or actually repair it. The mad scientist himself. Here is Ben Adrian. Please check out the link I put up. You'll really appreciate all the work he goes through to make these models. He also gave the Yamaha Group a demo and showed us what he did. And it's fascinating to me. Also, definitely over my head. I'm still learning how to play guitar. A highlight of the demo for me was Ben asking me to be his stunt guitarist. Okay, further on down the hallway, you see the YGG open house sign. It actually leads into the performance room they had for us. Performance is on the left side of the picture you're seeing. But here's a performance. This is Vincent Garcia. Also on that stage, they had stunt guitarists giving demos of the new products or what was new in each respective company. Here's Guild Guitars, and he's showing off a Guild. In the middle of the stage, you can see a Cordoba guitar. An unexpected surprise for me was meeting people that I only met via social media. And this was even a more special surprise because I got to meet Chad Boston. I met him through social media, but actually have talked to him more than once and ordered products from his gearbyseba.com. He is a Helix guru. So it was so nice to finally meet him in person because we talked so much on the phone. So on Yamaha's Helix page, there is a community support forum, and it is fantastic. If you want to go another step beyond that to find more info, Chad Boston actually hosts a Helix family user group. They're almost at 43,000 followers on Facebook, but that's a great resource as well as a community where people share tones or share gear. And also it's a very respectful site. It's only about the gear. I really like that. But boy, did he help me. So check him out. By the way, last year Yamaha acquired Guild Guitars, and they also acquired Cordoba. You can see here we're having a demonstration of Cordoba, and specifically on the prototype and the design build for the Cordoba Coco guitar. And it was pretty fascinating. And across from that performance hall that we saw, there was a room where they had more gear where we could actually go and try it out. Bass gear. They had stations with guitars. Like if you see here, there's the Mike Stern guitar on the left, and then the Catalyst amps, Helix. Most of these were you would try with a headphones. When you get a chance, check out these Yamaha Ambassadors on Instagram. I'll put up their handles. Here's Marcin. Here's Caro. Kobe. And here's Katie Ferreira, singer-songwriter. The biggest announcement of the day and the biggest impact to me personally was the announcement of the new redesigned Yamaha Pacifica. I used to play these guitars in the 90s. I have 3 of them, and I love this guitar. They've been completely redesigned. So as I said before in the intro, this is a sneak preview for us Yamaha Ambassadors. This is actually in a different part of the building, away from where the open house was happening. Michael Soriano, another product marketing manager, is showing us the new Pacifica, giving us a demo in detail. It was a lot of fun. If you want to see this Pacifica in depth, I have a video out. Click on this link above. Last note on Michael Soriano, he's a killer player, and he was just familiar the whole day, and it was around this point where I just asked him why he was so familiar, and it's because we all know him from the Norm's rare guitar videos. Well, basically towards the end of the day, when this event ended, we left the Yamaha Guitar Group, and within this whole business complex, walked a few business complex blocks to another building, which was actually the YASLA building, the Yamaha Artist Services Los Angeles. Complete big building where it was 2 levels and basically 3 people work here. Seriously, it was a great eye-opener. Here is Andrew, one of the head techs. There's like 3 luthiers here, and what they do is they service the artist. They do repairs for the artist. They make prototypes. They do R&D, whether it is a directive or they just have a creative impulse to try to match some woods and see what happens. Here's Andrew telling us these are guitars that will never be sold by Yamaha. They're all prototypes. A lot of them don't even have labels on them. And we went to their workshop here. I forgot this gentleman's name, but here's one of the other techs, and he had his station. This is Nathan East's space that he's repairing. In the forefront of this picture, see the round circles? Those are actually the Yamaha drums. They do drums here too. We went to another room. You could see their mill saws. I love Guitar Factories. So much fun to hear. And especially to have, in this case, Andrew was still giving us a tour, showing us his guitar, having them tell you how they use these tools. And here's a guitar being built. The Yamaha Guitar Development Company was founded in 1987, if I got this right. 2020 marked the 30-year anniversary of founding the first U.S. custom shop. Now this custom shop is in the YASLA building, the Yamaha Artist Services, Los Angeles. And from the very beginning, the person who started it was this guy, Ken DePron. He's a legend, director of marketing since, like I said, 87 or 88. Ken gave us a presentation of his history with the company, and I could have listened to him all day. That could have been the perfect open house as well. By the way, he's very proud of the Yamaha Pacifica and told about how that was developed and came to be. And I asked him straight out if it was him who named it, and he said yeah. So he is responsible for the name Pacifica. Pretty cool. The Pacifica guitar is all a reflection of Los Angeles, the beach, the people, the music. And when you think about it, Pacifica is the perfect name to capture that. So here's our group and another group, or another couple groups with Ken. And as I mentioned before, the whole day ended with a Yamaha Ambassadors Jam. And it took place in this YASLA private showroom. Many of you have seen this showroom already when you see Yamaha artists. On the left of this picture, they had amps, and they could bring Chris Buck here, or Nathan East and do videos and demonstrations, and that's where it's done, in this room. But if, once again, if you see all against the walls, these are all one-off Yamaha guitars. There's something different, a different type of blue, pinstriping. It was really special to be in that room and see these one-off guitars. They were beautiful. We were allowed to take them off the wall and play them. We were doing that anyway to find which guitar we were going to use for the jam. Check out this Yamaha Pacifica with the bird's eye maple top. It's got soap bar pickups. Also, this Yamaha red guitar is very different. Kind of like a, I don't know, Rickenbacker with a Bigsby, but their version. As I said, one-off guitars. You could see the woods here are all exotic or different matches than you normally would do. This way they can learn how each wood responds, how each wood ages after it's being built. Like I said, a lot of these guitars don't have labels. This is a guitar I played during the jam mostly, and I loved it. It had a sweet forward warm mid-range, no label. The top is redwood and the sides, back and sides, are Wenge, I think. What a fun guitar. Here I'm actually playing a FG9 mahogany. I was looking forward to playing that again if you saw my FG9 video. And here are all the Yamaha Ambassadors. This is Carol. She's a flamenco player. You can barely see him. You'll see him later, but to her left is Carlos, a fantastic modern classical guitar player. Left to right, Karen, Kobe, Marcin, and Katie. Carlos showing us the right way to play guitar. It's such great technique. Marcin out of New York. this out. This is Kobe playing a Rev Star. This is one of his songs, and we jammed on it. I gotta say, pretty cool that Kobe plays killer guitar, but for most of the jam he picked up a bass and just killed it for us. Gave us a great bottom and great time. Really impressed with his musicianship.
It's only me who wants to play the way you feel. The song carefully to decide.
Katie and Karen did something with Mac. We jumped in. So if you have a chance, you'll thank me later. Search out Katie Ferreira and listen to her music. I'm a fan. Here's probably my favorite song she does. It's called Bloom.
All you need is some rainfall, sweet, sweet whispers in a garden full of love. Of course, I want you to feel so brand new. Nobody can hate. It's only if you choose. You're ready to lose. They don't know that you've outgrown the walls that were holding you down, and you feel so brand new. Nobody can hate. Yes, only you choose. I wanted to know you feel so brand new. Nobody can hate. Yes, only you choose. You're ready to lose.
And I had a lot of fun adding my guitar parts to her song.